Hi, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm making this video. It's a little bit different than the usual ones I make because it's specifically for future young attorneys who are looking to start their own law practice and some of the basic things you need to understand while doing that. And I want to start off and say I've been doing this now under my own firm. I've been doing it longer under other people's firms, but I've been doing my own law firm for disability benefits for 7 years now. I just was able to go ahead and purchase my dream home. I have some really nice boats, I have some really nice stuff, and life is really getting better. But I don't get to use a lot of that nice stuff that I have, which is part of the gig. So let's go through some of the basics of what you need to know. Some of these are going to be hard truths. Let's just start off with them, okay? First and foremost, if you have kids, you should not be starting a law firm. It is way too much time. It's too time consuming. You're going to end up not getting to invest time into your child the way you should. You just shouldn't be taking that option and going that route. And the reason why is your clients have to some degree come first, and that means over your children, which you're not willing to go ahead and do, which means you're going to run into some issues there. Next thing, you have to make sure that basically you have 3 accounts set up. That's your business account for paying bills, your payroll account, and then also your I'm saving money and putting it into this account. So you need 3 accounts. Make sure you have a payroll company set up so you can set up everything with the taxes and make it easy, and there you go. Next thing, everything is negotiation. Every company you work with is a negotiation. So you should not be paying the full price that they're saying that they can charge you. Call them up, each one, and beat them down so that you don't end up paying the full price. That's every single company that you work with. I always joke around and say, what's my attorney discount? But that's truly what I go after. There better be an attorney discount, otherwise I'm not working with you. Next thing you need to know is that throughout this process, you're not going to be able to afford employees for like the first 2 or 3 years. Just be aware of that. Just be aware that you're always going to be answering the phone call, even if it's coming at 11 p.m. at night. You are going to be working from when you wake up until you fall asleep. So if you're the type that likes to go out on Friday night or Saturday night or do something fun on the weekend, then don't start a law firm. Don't. If you have friends that you gotta hang out with and just see the new movie with, don't. It's not meant for everybody. It's not meant for you. You are not going to be able to do it. 99% of the people that went to law school with me, they can't do a law firm. They can't start a law firm. They couldn't handle a law firm. It's just not within their capacity. They need certain social interaction. They need certain things to happen in their life to make them feel good, make them feel like they're part of something. If you're one of those that has to be part of a pack, don't do it. We are the lone wolves, okay? When it comes down to owning a law firm, we are the Mandalorians. We are going out and getting the business, and we are pulling it in. We are making magic happen. That is the rain-making effect of owning a law firm. Now, next thing, when advertising, you're not going to be able to afford any of those giant, billboards. You're not going to be able to afford any of that TV stuff, so it's going to all have to be web stuff. So you're going to be paying your $500 a month to Google to go ahead and advertise for you. Next thing is, which is a total ripoff, and then you'll have to do Avo and a bunch of other ones, which are also a total ripoff. Next one, when it comes down to your ability to basically advertise online using free methods. It comes to YouTube, Vimeo, stuff like that, and other, TikTok things that are coming out. Although there's rules and regulations on that one. So the thing is, you're going to have to be spending all your time working with claimants, and then whatever little extra time you have, you're going to be having to reach out to the community. The community is your source for new business. When people are like, well, I'm just going to get other attorneys to submit other forms of work to me, or have me write briefs, or this or that, or yada, yada, yada. Don't you bleeping dare rely on any attorneys out in the field for any types of work at all as a new attorney or somebody looking to start your own law firm. It's not enough work. It will never be enough work, and you're never, ever, ever going to be satisfied, okay? Those people, when they get business, they either do it themselves or rarely they'll sub it out to somebody like you, and then you're not getting the full pay, so that sucks. So what you're really looking for is the community, getting out to the community and getting claims from the community. Now, my whole thing is that I mostly get business from referrals at this point, and also pissed off people from big box law firms. So they'll go to the big box law firm, they get pissed off that nothing's being done, then they come to me. Or I work with a claimant and all of a sudden, now I've got 3 claimants that are calling in because of that one claimant I want disability benefits for. The other big thing I do is that I split it up so that when the big box firm takes one claimant, it would take them this much time to do one claimant. I can usually get 3 claimants in for that one period of time. It means I make a third, basically a third per each claimant. I have to do 3 times the work, but it also means that I get, 6 to 9 claimants on top of that to go ahead and work with throughout the process. So that's a very good thing. Another thing, the phone on your hip will become a form of torture because everybody always will, somebody will always be calling in. which means that you have to have a really strong back office. The back office represents those individuals who are receiving calls, sending out things to people you're working with, stuff like that. That is where you need the talent for people that are tough. When it comes to front office, you need the talent for the people that are salesman types, saleswomen types, salesperson types, whatever. So you need your sales force, that's front office. You need your back office, tough administrative types, that's your back office. And then you need your legal types. Having more attorneys than one, which I've had and then not had and had and then not had and had and not had. The bottom line is you can always figure out a schedule where basically you can have your hearings some days and then doing front office other days. Do it that way. Do it that way because you'll be much happier, because you'll get to see the fruit of what you're doing and you won't be seeing these other attorneys do poor work. There's another thing I need you to know. When hiring people on, most attorneys that are hired on by one firm get fired at some point. There's very few that stay with one firm for zillions and zillions of years. If they do, and then that firm goes out of business, grab those people, because those are usually the ones who, worked really hard, know what their thing is. However, there is one exception to that, which is the ones that started when the firm started, and they've been there forever, so they just stayed forever because they knew they had that pull. Just watch out for that. All right, next thing you need to know. When you're going through this process and you're building your forms, you're going to have a prototype system, prototype 1. So the first one you make, everybody's like, oh, you make a form in like 5 minutes. No, it takes about 4 to 5 hours to make a one-pager form. That's correct. And you're going to go through about 10 prototypes before you can actually have one that's usable. And then by the 20th prototype, you've got something pretty good. By the 100th prototype, you got something that people are wanting to borrow from you. That's how it works. You're going to have to set up a mega system too, which we call the 10-level system, which is what we use. It took me 3 years every night working on it. That is without going to movies. That is without going outside for meals and having fun dinners. There were only special occasions when I did that stuff, holidays and birthdays, stuff like that. With that said, you're not going to have time to have a special relationship with somebody, which is why I have so many failed relationships on the personal end of things. That's okay. It is part of the gig. It does get better, I'm told. I don't know. We'll see. When it comes down to having kids, like I said, if you have kids, you are not starting a law firm, because you're going to end up screwing your life up, their life up, and your claimant's life up. Don't do it. You don't have time, don't even try. All right, next thing. If you're going to go ahead and start a law firm and you're dating somebody or you're married to somebody, they have to have a job that's a real job. It can't be a crap job. It has to be a real job, because they're going to have to sometimes support you, because you're not going to have enough money to do your client load in the first couple of years. So what that means is when she's like a guitar playing aficionado and you're trying to be a lawyer, that ain't gonna work, buddy. You're not gonna have time to go to her gigs, so don't even waste your time. Next thing, resources. You're gonna have to get good at Craigslisting, offer-upping, whatevering, resources like desks, chairs, stuff like that, so you can get it cheap. I'm the master at that stuff sometimes. The next thing you have to worry about, as you're going through this, as you grow, you have to grow slowly. When I say grow slowly, I mean you have to grow client-wise quickly and firm size-wise, like your employees and stuff, very slowly. That means you're always in the state of trying to catch up and do more work to go ahead and add that next person. And only when it becomes absolute impossibility do you add the next person. That's it. That's how it works. Okay. All right, I hope this helped out some of the new young attorneys. It may have scared some of you, but the bottom line is, if you don't start your law firms and try and do work and work all day and all night, then all there's going to be are the mega big box firms, which are really the crappiest law firms, in my opinion, that are out there. How do they survive? They survive by mass advertising, and then like the ones in Florida, there's one particular law firm that owns a bunch of them. So when you see like, a TV slot with advertisements, they just buy the entire opening for advertisements, and you'll see one law firm, then another law firm, then another law firm, and then another law firm. They're all owned by the same law firm. That's how it works. Same thing with this, okay? All right, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. You can give me a call. If you want the most updated information, give me a call. We'll go from there. I hope you've learned something. Be careful, be strong, work hard. You're gonna get a lot of white hair in your head. It's okay. It's just going to sit there. It's going to be there. You'll have it at a young age. But remember, you have two options. You can grow it to be something amazing, and then you can sell it, or you can grow it to be something amazing and then keep growing it to be something that changes the world. It's up to you. Both are options. They are. All right. Have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll catch you a little bit later. And don't be afraid to do something amazing. All right. Bye-bye.